Welcome back to Hood Fishing, everybody. This is fan mail number 24 with a big question mark. At least one of these is fan mail. I went to the post office box earlier after mowing the lawn. I knew I had two packages, two things I ordered for myself, but there were four packages there. This, I think, I know what it is. I think I know what this is. This one right here. But we gotta open it just to see. Another box. Little box and a big box. It's always that, right? Yep. Just what I thought. Something from Through Night. Wasn't told anything was coming. They just show up. Let's see, what is this? Oh, this is a headlamp is what this is. Which one is this? Can you see that? Not sure what that, how you say that. ROHS. Huh. Interesting. You know, I'm gonna have to talk about this in a separate video because I need to figure out what this is. This is obviously similar to, here we go. This is not the one I'm currently using, but nope, that is a head strap right down in here. Here we go. So maybe this is a different one to this. This is my old one, and I have the newer version of this. This is a TH30, and I have the newer version of it somewhere. Or that's the old one. So what does this one do? I found the spec page. Let's see real quick. In turbo, this will do 1755 lumens, and high 735 lumens. Medium is 258, low is 62 lumens, Firefly is 0.4 lumens, SOS is just 600 lumens. Wow, it's got a rechargeable battery too and all that, but we'll do a separate video about that. Not sure what this is. One of these is going to be fan mail. I'm just going to randomly figure it out. Oh, this is not fan mail. Okay, first thing is a pack of 10-aught octopus hooks. This I got for myself. I'm gonna open these up and show you one. These are Gamakatsu. It's in a different packaging this time. Check it out. So I like this style of hook. It's nice and strong. I usually get the black ones, but they weren't available in this size, so this is silver. These I like because I can snell them, and they work for catfish and gar. So I can be fishing for catfish, and if a gar picks up, like a big alligator gar picks up the bait, I can still get a hook up with these hooks because I can set these circle hooks. And even sometimes those octopus style circle hooks don't really end up with a hook up with gar. It can happen, but it's not super likely. So here we go. An 8-aught pack. It's 25, just like that other one is 25 hooks in the pack. And here we got 9-aught. Again, a 25 pack. All octopus style hooks. And here we got another shirt. This is a Bass Dash shirt. These are actually a lot cheaper than Huck. This is a fishing performance shirt. Long sleeve. These are $19 and some change on Amazon, whereas Huck can run you anywhere from 30 something for the cheaper ones to 40 to 50, maybe even more. Sometimes in stores it can be a lot more. I'm gonna let that box go. Check it out. So this back panel is kind of like mesh, vents really good, And then under the arms you have the same thing, mesh. This has, what is it, 50 for the sun protection. It goes up to 50, I think is what it is, to keep you nice and cool and the sun off your arms. Yeah, you're right. Not a bad price either. Did I say what that shirt was? It's a Bass Dash on Amazon. I got that off Amazon by Bass Dash. Let's see, what is this? Again, I haven't got to the fan mail. I'm just randomly opening packages, and yeah, you're right. So this I really need. In my last few videos I was using the head mount, and with that, when I do the head strap, I actually pulled it up by randomly when I was looking for the flashlight. That's the head strap. So when I do this kind of head strap, I turn the hat backwards. So when I'm on the beach like Elmer's or somewhere, you know, where the waves are coming in, you don't notice, but it's picking up my breathing because the camera's right here. So when I'm somewhere else that's more quiet, not a lot of noise like out on the ocean, you might hear my breathing. There's not much I can do. I can turn the volume down on it. It's just the camera's right here. So the reason why I've been doing that is because the chesty that I had broke. So I had to get another chesty. Let's check this out. If I can figure out how to open it. We are just going to tear the heck out of it. Oh! So this is a different style of chesty than I would normally have used. Usually use the cheaper ones. This one costs about 20 bucks. It's all soft back here, breathable, padded. Just a standard chesty. The only difference is this is nice and soft. It's not a hard piece of plastic that digs into me. So yeah, you're right. Sometimes I got to get stuff like that. This, I'm going to assume, is the fan mail package. Honestly, I thought this was the package with the hooks and the shirt in it, but it's not. And it's kind of heavy, and it's got a few packages in it that it feels like it has a few packages in it. Let's see. Let's start a cut here. Rip it open. Ooh. Elk Ridge, it says on that box. Ooh, there's another envelope in here, yes? Okay. Should we read the letter first, or should we open the packages? Let's read the letter. Hey, Mr. Hood. I've been a subscriber for about 6 years and always look forward to your vids. I'm a New Orleans native, so watching you is very helpful with my fishing adventures. I got you a new fillet knife. I feel like there are spoilers in your letter there, bro. So, this is actually pretty cool. It's very thoughtful of you. I've been considering getting, it's just one of those silica packs. Nothing else in it. I was going to get another one for myself because I'm not too happy with the one I have. And this one is, whoa, yes. Now that is solid. Flexible too. Awesome. My Elk Ridge. Nice and sharp right out of the package. That is awesome. Get the little plastic bag out of there. That is very thoughtful. Yeah, I was about to get one the other day and I held back, and now I'm glad I did, because look at this. This is awesome. Thank you very much. Alright, so I think there are spoilers in the letter, and I kind of don't want to spoil the surprise for myself or you. So we got this package here. Envelope in an envelope. We're gonna have to do a cut. Pretty happy, can you tell? I got this plastered smile on my face. I'm smiling so broadly, I think, because it hurts. I'm smiling so much. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna be smiling a lot more now. Woo! Look at that. Some pretty cool looking swim baits. Yeah, you're right. With one jig head. Awesome. Woo! Live target bait, shrimp. That is really cool. Oh yeah, look at that. It's like a, let's pull that out. That is really cool looking. I might be able to use that this weekend. This is kind of like a swim jig bait. Chartreuse. Can I get it out? There's something interesting about it too. Oh, this has a rattler on it. That is really, oh, it's got two. Look at that. Two little rattlers. Wow. Yeah. Catch a redfish on that. Bass. That is really cool. Awesome. Put that over there. Yeah. Glad I did not spoil this. Here we go. We got a pre-packaged redfish rig. Nice bit of lead there. Carolina rig. Looks like that might be steel leader. We got some 4-aught octopus style team catfish hooks right there. Those are jackhammer bait hooks. Another curly tail hair jig bait there. Interesting. I'm not going to take that out of the package. Pretty cool. Oh, look at that. Big old spinner bait. I have a bunch of spinner baits, but I don't do a lot of spinnerbait fishing. I probably should. I've been thinking about it the other day. I was somewhere where, ooh. The other day I was somewhere where I was thinking maybe I should have been throwing a spinnerbait, and I realized sadly I did not. So these are pretty good. I do use these once in a while. These are craw baits. That is a watermelon red, right? Pretty sure watermelon red. Another redfish rig. Wow, that is a sizable hook there. 3-ounce redfish rig. Look how big that hook is. Love these little care packages you guys send. Always brightens up my day. Not that I was down today. I did have to cut the grass. Oh, there's some goodies in here. Not that cutting the grass gets me down, but I'd rather be fishing than cutting the grass, but it has to be cut. It's an interesting lipless crankbait, type of rattle trap. That one has a good amount of weight to it. I think that's pretty cool. Thank you. We have golden red or orange gotcha plug. Thank you very much. This is by Strike Pro. I wonder if this is a topwater or not. This might be a slow sinker. Not sure, but I can figure it out real fast. Thank you. This is a topwater right here. Let's get that up. Look at that. Nice colors on that. Who's that by? Bomber. Big old bomber. Do use those. Hooks are sharp on these. I don't think these have ever been used. Look at that. Pretty cool. Thanks. Whoa. And there's just a couple pieces of lead in here and a random jig head. Always got to have that one random jig head floating around for those days when you need it. All right guys, let's start from the beginning here. Let's start over. Hey Mr. Hood, I've been a subscriber for about 6 years and always look forward to your vids. I'm a New Orleans native, so watching you is very helpful with my fishing adventures. I got you a new fillet knife for your catch and cooks. I fillet fish almost every weekend, and I use the same knife and love it. Yeah, it looks like a good knife. Also, there is some random fresh and saltwater lures. Yeah, those were pretty cool, man. A lot of that's very thoughtful. I thank you very much. Cody V. Yeah, you're right. Thank you, Cody. I really appreciate it. It really made my day. After cutting the grass, well, the only thing that gets me about the grass is I want to do it in the morning, right before it gets hot. But lately, I've been fishing in the morning, so I get up and I'm like, do I go fishing or do I cut the grass? But I happen to need to do a bunch of other errands today, and as luck would have it, I didn't wake up like I normally do at 4 a.m. I actually slept in because I got up in the middle of the night because one of my dogs needed to go out. Like, just was bugging me, like, come on, let's go outside, I gotta pee. So I got up, was awake for 2 hours in the middle of the night after I let her out to pee. Just couldn't sleep. So I ended up sleeping in until 6 a.m. I know that still sounds early, but we're a little late when you need to be somewhere fishing by 5:30 or you got to get on a ferry by 6:30. So we just decided, let's cut the grass early this morning. Let's go to the PO. Let's get what's there. Let's get the other things done. And sometimes it feels like, oh, not going to get the fish today, am I? So it was really nice to be able to open some cool packages, some stuff I got for myself. This awesome package from you, Cody. Maybe we can get out on the water today, maybe not. There is some rain coming, but maybe I will get out this afternoon because I want to. Now I have some cool stuff to play with. Thank you very much. Thanks for watching, liking, sharing, and subscribing, and I will see you next time.